Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. I'll go on, Eddie. Free bud.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Mahomes now to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Check the flag. 59. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go. Check 59, Mike. Mike to 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is Cook with a grab. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set, hut. 70 ending. Check, 59. Hey. X3. 218. Set. Slam. Zoom. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, check Mike. Alpha. Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Keep it out. Set
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Jack! Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That ball don't belong to you, boy. That ball belongs to us.
Yellow.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a handoff looking right. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kill.
15.
Buzz.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. A gain there of 21 yards.
Get ready.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Hey, 57 color. 15.
Watch out. Ringo. Mike 6.
I'm going to run you over. Let's get it.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any point. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Back to you.
Check. 2-6.
Mike's back.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chris Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Check 26.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Fall down these two. Let's go on, 80. 15.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I know you feel that.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And to give this time to the tailback. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Going deep here for Parker. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Parker, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, let's go!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yellow.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Attack! 15.
Bravo! Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Hey, check Mike.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 15.
Kill.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Play to win. Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Slam, slam.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, 57, 57.
Under 10, 10.
Hey, yo, hey, go going.
Check, check.
Now Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
You can't block me.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, ribble it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That'll be complete to Breida. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 43-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here we go on 2nd and 12. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try to run with Breida. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. On the toss play, Howard. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So on 4th and goal, Howard unable to get there. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
But go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. Watch the screen. Check.
43. 43. Nice hit.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Hey, check 24. Watch smoke.
Eyes high.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yellow. Eyes on Blue 18.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.